Thank you for bringing my bill.
You're welcome.
I would like to just address quickly my bipartisan bill, the Ensuring Integrity in the IRS Workforce Act. With tax day just around the corner, most Americans have finished filling out their tax forms, filling out form after form, giving the IRS their social security numbers, birth dates, wage data, and even more. In 2014, the Inspector General for the IRS released a report that draws serious questions about those whose we hand our information to and what happens to it after it arrives. More specifically, an audit of the agency's hiring processes found that the IRS rehired hundreds of former employees who the IRS had previously fired because of conduct problems. The IRS rehired employees who had filed false documents, they failed to pay their own taxes, even access sensitive taxpayer information without permission. And to think that somebody could inappropriately access tax information, get fired for doing so, and then be rehired a few months later is just completely unacceptable. But it's happened, and it's happened more than once. These stories really border on the edge of ones that are just difficult to believe. One employee had been absent without leave for a total of 8 weeks worth of work. As a result, the employee was fired, and the words "do not rehire" were stamped on their file. And still, the IRS rehired this person. The IRS failed to acknowledge its mistakes or even make changes to processes. According to the Inspector General, the IRS's response to the report was that it believed its current process was good enough. If the IRS leadership thinks their current processes are protecting taxpayers, then they need a reality check. And the Ensuring Integrity in the IRS Workforce Act is a simple bipartisan fix to a serious problem. The bill does what the IRS bureaucracy in Washington, D.C. has refused to do. It stops them from hiring former employees who have been fired for cause. My staff and I have met with frontline IRS employees in South Dakota who are sincere. They work hard. My bill is not aimed at them. It's aimed at the IRS bureaucracy here in Washington that could have addressed this problem on its own and chose not to do. They've refused to fix it themselves. There's no reason that the IRS leadership in Washington shouldn't be held to the same standard to which it holds you, the taxpayers. With this legislation, we can hold the IRS accountable for its hiring practices and ensure a high-quality workforce for the agency. I urge my colleagues to support the bill. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you. I now